Oi. So, welcome to Panama. And if you're thinking about the Aries Diver 1 watch, or you need an excellent tool watch, I've got some information for you. So let's talk a little bit about this watch. Throw the dog the stick to wear him out a little bit. It rained quite a bit out here today, and Tuco didn't get as much exercise as he normally needs, so I want to throw the stick a little bit with the Aries watch, Diver 1, and have Tuco do some of this. Tuco! So, first off, I want to say thank you for watching the video, because you guys all inspired me to pick up 6 big black trash bags full of trash. And I think my neighbor liked picking up the bags with me. I think he did, which is good. You know, people want something to do and people want to help out. You know, I firmly believe that. And you guys helped me pick up that trash, believe it or not. And I'm lucky to be living in a pretty beautiful spot, especially with my Aries Diver 1. Okay, so I don't have many quartz watches in my collection. This happens to be a quartz watch. And if you go to the Aries watch website, that's ARES watch.com, you can learn all about the specs on it, but the quartz movement has like a 10-year battery life. The watch is rated for just it has an incredibly deep rating. The dial says 1,000 meters, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know anything that can go 1,000 meters underwater. But then again, I'm not educated in that. I think my dog's peeing back there. That's kind of funny. I am biased for this brand because this brand's based out of the Pacific Northwest, up in Washington State. Oddly enough, coincidentally, it is manufactured in the same town that my grandfather grew up in. And I used to visit that town as a little boy to go see my great-grandmother. And that town is Stanwood, Washington, which is kind of crazy. So it's crazy. I knew it was a sign when I came across this watch, and I found out that it was manufactured in Stanwood, Washington. So it has a special place in my heart. And my grandfather, who lived in that town, he ended up becoming a Marine officer. He went in the Marine Corps right after the bombing on Pearl Harbor, and he ended up spending a significant amount of time in the Marine Corps. Fought in the Pacific. So I don't know, the watch has a special connection to me, and sometimes I wear it, most of the time I wear it on like some sort of tactical or military type strap to honor the watch and to honor, you know, my grandfather and stuff. So I know it's kind of a story, but I think that's part of the reason why we all collect watches and are enthusiastic about watches. So I encourage you to make some stories with your watches. I think it's kind of fun that way. And it connects you to family members, believe it or not, when those watches are passed down. So I'll give you my final thoughts. on the watch coming right up. All right. Final thoughts on the watch. Yeah, this watch is awesome. This is an excellent watch for somebody that needs a timepiece to go to some pretty heavy duty areas. What I love so much about the watch is the screw down crown at the 10 o'clock position, the 22 millimeter lug to lug, makes it so you can have some pretty meaty straps on it. It does have drilled lug holes there. And one of the things that I did is I put in some shoulderless spring bars, so there would be even less of a likelihood of a spring bar failure. So yeah, this watch is just fantastic, and the fact that it's on just a pass-through strap is great, because if there is in fact a spring bar failure, you're not going to lose the watch potentially. And there's other videos that kind of talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, this is the watch, and this is one of the bigger watches in my collection. It's a 42, but it wears fantastic on my 7-inch wrist. So I don't know that I would get this watch if I had less than a 7-inch wrist. I don't know. This is, again, one of the bigger watches I have. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome watch. And I think the company's going to be around for a long time. So if you would like to make this an heirloom piece for one of your family members, after you collect some stories in it, I'm sure that this watch will hold up in value. So check it out. Look up the specs. Do a search on Aries watches. You'll learn all kinds of stuff about them. The founder of the company is a pretty interesting guy. And a lot of people really like these watches. So, and I'm a big fan. So, that's it. They go for about $750 on the website. And yeah, great watch. What do you think, Tuco? You want to get in the water? All right. Another beautiful day at the beach. And I will give you some final thoughts on my Aries diver. Guess what? I like it. I know I like most of the watches I have. If I don't like them, I typically get rid of them. Or I should say this. I like every watch that I buy. Whether I bond with it or not, that remains to be seen. If I can't bond with a watch, I get rid of it. And that kind of sucks, because I typically lose money on the deal. But I try to sell my watches at a pretty fair price. Man, he sure likes grabbing sticks. That's the cool thing about being into tool watches too, is it really doesn't limit what you do. You can do whatever, you can do just about whatever you want in a tool watch. They're not going to, I mean, a tool watch isn't, you're not going to break a tool watch. And if you did break a tool watch, well, then you have a pretty good story. And you have a pretty good story for that tool watch. So yeah, wear your watches and collect experiences in your watches. So now I'm just rambling, but I will give you some final thoughts on this watch. And by the way, over the course of making this video, this watch, the Aries Diver 1, it helped me collect 5 big black trash bags of ocean plastic and ocean trash. So yeah, and in a weird way, by you watching my videos, you encourage me to pick up more plastic, because it's kind of an accountability lever for me, which seems kind of weird, but I think it's important that people have a purpose. And right now it seems like I kind of like cleaning the beach a little bit. It is kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie, but then again, when I look up and I look up at this ocean and this beautiful island out off the coast and this beautiful blue sea, it inspires me to take care of it. And yeah, we got a lot of problems, and yeah, our problems are big and dreary, but we can take action. And that's the cool thing about a watch, is it reminds us to take action and make an appointment or do something or measure something. Right, Tuco? Huh. Right? Okay. All right, you can see this kind of a dirty patch area. It's got some stuff all over the place, and I just can't resist. Looks like somebody consolidated some trash down here, which I kind of appreciate. And I just happen to have an extra plastic bag on me, so I'll start collecting a little bit of stuff. I might be able to get an extra bag here today. So if I did that, then that would mean that the watch got 6 bags of trash, which would be cool. So yeah, all right, let's see what I can do.